Had a whoops with the old square here. It's coming on the highway, gave her some of the skinny pedal, and the drive shaft decided to shoot right out the back. I'm going to show you what's going on here. Just snapped off the cross, and it did some damage down here, but we're going to pop a new U-joint in this and get this fixed up. And the cups actually stayed right inside. The cups all stayed right in there, and the straps are all there, and I got a good bath of oil. I had to drive it back in four-wheel drive the whole way, so we're gonna fix it up right now. Okay, cleaned up those edges. It's gonna have to do for now, and I'm gonna put the new U-joint in. It should all work and go back in and be ready to drive. Put a SKF non-greasable in there. We'll see how long this one lasts for now. I guess the next step, I'm gonna toss it back into the truck. Just gonna undo all this. I got the truck blocked, so I'm gonna take these all off, and then I'm gonna put the drive shaft back in. And yeah, I see one of my bolts got hit, but ugh, or hopefully make that work. Gross. Okay, so these little tabs here hold your U-joint in from shooting out, and this one is missing, so I'm gonna have to dig through my stash, hopefully at work, and find a whole nother yoke and go from there. So tonight's kind of a bust, but stay tuned for part 2, and hopefully I'll get the drive shaft back in her and get the beast back on the road. Red Square, I got a 12-volt GM diff in it, and it comes with that small yoke. I'm more than sure, like, what I got here is my old mud racer. This one's an 85. I got an old 86 behind it, right over there. I mean, it's a metal dumpster, and that one's gonna be the larger yoke. I do have a 79 frame out back. I'm hoping that yoke's okay. I got some spare diffs here, but I'll show you what's going on there. Okay, these are with the newer style. I don't know if it's switched in 81. I just call it an 8.5, you know, Chevy diff, but those 12 bolts are like an 8 3/4. These newer ones had the larger yoke, so my U-joint won't fit in there. You can swap these, but I mean, I just put a new U-joint in the drive shaft, so I wasn't hoping the yoke was going to be bust. So I'm going to go look over there at my other parts truck and see if I got a yoke there. Okay, I'm underneath this 79 frame, and it does have the smaller yoke on it, and that U-joint fits in there nicely. Okay, hopefully this Milwaukee, woo, takes her off. Pullers on there, and then we just give her a bit of this and butter. Now we can clean this up. I got that yoke ripped out of there. I hope it focuses. It's definitely messed up. I mean, it was an old parts truck out back I had. It did have the 12 bolt, so I got a good yoke that has those little tabs in there to hold that U-joint. So now I just need to order a speedy sleeve and put that on, and then a pinion seal and get it fixed up. So one of these days I'm gonna get that big Red Square back on the road, but it's not today. Still digging out some parts. Slow and steady on this one. Okay, hopefully this is the last time I have to deal with this yoke issue. I got it fixed up. I put a speedy sleeve on it. I'm gonna flip the camera around and show you what I did to that yoke. Okay, here's my yoke. It's fixed up. Speedy sleeve is on there. We got rid of that groove. There's the number for it to fix it. And you just put this on, and then there's a little installation tool, and you push it on with that. So now I'm gonna go underneath the big red truck, get the old yoke off, hopefully pull it off, and then we're gonna throw this one on. Okay, I'm gonna zip this yoke off, and then we're gonna have to take it off. Okay. I hope that's gonna work. It's a SKF seal 17190. So we're gonna pop that one out and hopefully get this one in. Okay, I just used seal puller. Works easy. You gotta just be careful with it. That's garbage now. I'm gonna clean up that inside piece, grab some paper towel, clean that up, and then we're gonna, you don't want to get any dirt in there obviously, so we're just gonna be careful.
and then find a suitable driver, a socket or something. I got a few old drivers that I use, so I'm gonna pound it in with that. This one's a little bit small, but hopefully I can make it work. Alrighty, I seated it, hopefully enough. It does have a little bit of a space. Hopefully that doesn't come back to bite me. This was the only seal option Napa had, and it looks relatively the same as the one I took out, so I'm hoping it's the right one. I guess we'll see. Hopefully it doesn't leak past that. But I seated it, so now we're gonna put that different yoke on. Okay, I put some pipe dope in the end of this yoke, kind of seal it up, keep the oil from migrating across that, and I'm gonna just tap it on with a hammer and get it seated in there, and then I'm gonna use some blue Loctite on the threads and then tighten it up. And now the blue Loctite on there. I guess I can put the washer on first. This is just the way I do it. And yeah, I really like using blue Loctite because this is what I'm gonna do to tighten it. New straps on there, and yeah, it's all back in there. Done deal now.
Big Red's moving again under its own power, and that drive shaft's back on and working. Before I take off, I didn't do much of a drive. That T case, I'm thinking, is pretty low because I ran at about 30-40 minutes with that tail shaft open like that, and it is soaked back there. So I got to check that T case. Gonna double check that rear diff. I got some driving to do Friday. There's a car show about 45 minutes away one way, so I'm gonna put some miles on her. But before I take it to that car show, I'm gonna run it to work, hopefully Friday also. Make sure that all that stuff hangs in there that I put in there. So thanks for watching again. Hope this helps you if you're doing a pinion seal or rear yoke on these 12-bolt rear Chevy Squarebodies.